Beneath the depths of the ocean, a great empire is said to lie forgotten. A civilization of immense power, unmatched wealth, and a sudden, cataclysmic end. For over 2,000 years, whispers of Atlantis have echoed through history. Was it real? A lost world swallowed by the sea? Or simply a myth, an ancient parable warning us of pride, corruption, and collapse? Today, we dive deep into one of the world's greatest mysteries, the Lost City of Atlantis, myth or reality. The story of Atlantis begins not with explorers or scientists, but with a philosopher. Around 360 BC, the Greek thinker Plato described a powerful civilization in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. According to him, Atlantis was a mighty naval empire, larger than Libya and Asia combined, rich in resources with stunning architecture and unmatched technology. But its people grew arrogant, corrupt, and defied the gods. A single day and night of destruction. The entire island sank beneath the ocean. Plato claimed this story came from Egyptian priests passed down to his ancestor Solon. He even gave it a date, 9,000 years before his time. Was it a parable? Or did Plato know something we've forgotten? For centuries, scholars have asked the same question. Did Plato mean for us to believe in Atlantis, or simply learn from it? Some argue the story was just a moral lesson, an allegory warning of pride, greed, and collapse. After all, Plato often used fictional stories to make philosophical points. In this case, Atlantis may have symbolized a corrupt empire, set in contrast to an idealized Athens, the city of wisdom and order. But others say, not so fast. Plato claimed Atlantis was real. He insisted the story came from Egyptian records and described it with detailed geography, timelines, and rulers. Even his student Crantor reportedly traveled to Egypt and claimed to have seen inscriptions backing Plato's account. So, what do we make of it? A myth woven with truth, or a historical memory disguised as fiction? If Atlantis did exist, where could it have been? Over the years, explorers, scientists, and dreamers have searched the world for clues. One of the most compelling theories points to the island of Santorini, once known as Thera. In 1600 BC, it was destroyed by a massive volcanic eruption, one of the most powerful in history. Nearby, the Minoan civilization, a highly advanced society, mysteriously collapsed shortly after. Could this be the true Atlantis? Others look west towards southern Spain, where the marshes of Doñana National Park reveal strange circular structures beneath the soil. Meanwhile, in the Bahamas, divers discovered the mysterious Bimini Road, a line of stone blocks beneath the sea. Some believe it's natural, others say it's evidence of sunken architecture. Across continents, clues seem to echo, but none have proven conclusive. In the 1800s, a new wave of interest in Atlantis swept the world. Ignatius Donnelly, a U.S. congressman and writer, published Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, arguing that all major civilizations descended from this lost land. His book sparked imagination across continents, and Atlantis became more than legend. It became an obsession. In the 20th century, Atlantis found its way into movies, novels, cartoons, and video games. Some tied it to mystical energy sources, others to ancient aliens, buried technologies, or even time travel. And yet, beneath the wild theories, the core mystery remained. Why does this lost city still capture our minds? Is it just fantasy, or a memory of something real, hiding behind the veil of time? Scientists have long searched for hard evidence of Atlantis, but what have they actually found? Most experts say there's no geological proof that a continent-sized island sank overnight. Our oceans simply don't work that way. Others argue Plato's timeline, 9,000 years before him, doesn't match known civilizations. Still, some point to oddities, like the Piri-Reis map, a 16th century chart showing an ice-free Antarctic coastline, centuries before it was supposedly discovered. or similar pyramid structures appearing in Egypt, Mesoamerica, and Southeast Asia, with no clear connection. And then there's the flood myths, from Mesopotamia, India, even the Bible. Stories of a great deluge wiping out a once great people. Could they all be fragments of the same forgotten event? And then the science is inconclusive. But the patterns are intriguing. Atlantis isn't just a story about a sunken city. It's a symbol, a mirror, held up to human civilization. In Plato's telling, Atlantis fell not because of war or disaster, but because of its own moral decay. Its people had everything: power, knowledge, technology, but they lost their virtue. Some believe that's the real point. Atlantis may never have existed in stone, but it exists in every civilization that rises too high, too fast. A warning that what we build with pride can vanish overnight. Others see in Atlantis a distant echo, a real event, remembered through myth, a memory of some forgotten age, passed down through stories finally recorded by Plato. Perhaps Atlantis is both, a story we created to remember something we forgot. So, was Atlantis real? A powerful empire swallowed by the sea? Or simply a myth crafted to teach us about ourselves? In it also, so much the greatest myth ever told. Let us know in the comments below. And if you love uncovering hidden truths and ancient mysteries, subscribe to Past Echoes, because the past still speaks.